You're probably doing land acknowledgements wrong. So let me share with you what I was taught by an indigenous educator. Most land acknowledgements are very performative, but the main issue is that all they are doing is acknowledging that the land was taken from the indigenous peoples. They're not actually engaging with a land acknowledgement in the way that an indigenous person would. So for example, if it's a beautiful day, mention that. Thank the Sky Father for giving us this wonderful day for us to gather here. If we're in the middle of harvest season, thank Mother Earth for giving us this beautiful bounty to feast upon. If it's raining, acknowledge that even in these gloomy days, we appreciate and value the rain that is going to water our earth and feed us nutrients and crops. If it's super windy, you can appreciate and acknowledge that the wind has value and it carries seeds and it carries life throughout this world. Land acknowledgements and indigenous education are not meant to supplant the way that we normally do things. They are there to augment things. We are supposed to learn from indigenous peoples, from indigenous nations, what they do that is valuable and integrate it into our lives. So we talk about how mindfulness is this new trendy thing, but indigenous people have been doing it for thousands of years. When we talk about things like DNA in biology class, we can acknowledge and appreciate that indigenous people always had bloodlines. They always knew that blood had things that carried down. They didn't have microscopes back then to know what exactly was going on, but that was always part of many of their stories. And so you can teach stories about DNA and biology through the lens of indigenous education. And similarly, when we are acknowledging the day that is in front of us, we can take a moment to appreciate the beautiful day that has been given to us by our creators. And you don't have to acknowledge a specific creator god from a specific religion if you yourself are religious. That's not supplanting your religion, because you can reference God Almighty for giving us this beautiful day and the earth that we are upon. That's why I like the word Sky Father. It applies to many different creator myths. And while Mother Earth or Gaia is a very generic term as well, it once again acknowledges a lot of different cultures and a lot of different religions. At the end of the day, let's be less performative. If you have to do with land acknowledgement in the future, make sure that you actually acknowledge the land and the beauty that we have been given.